Kia ora, Markie.
Hello, kia ora.
So, Gwendoline behind the camera today, Markie in front with some undisclosed questions to be given to him.
Kind of surprise Q&A, because I was going to do some vlogging and we had a nice big lunch and I started to vlog and I gave up because I was too tired.
Yeah, so we're going to...
And it's quite relaxing here. So.
Yes, it is. It's very chill and very relaxed. So I'm just going to ask Markie 3 questions that he doesn't know. Don't tell him. Shh. You just keep it. We'll keep it secret.
Do I need a lawyer?
You might, but we'll worry about that after the filming.
Okay.
So Markie, I mentioned to you a place today in our earlier conversation.
Yes.
And that place is known as Avebury in Wiltshire. So what is it about that part of Wiltshire particularly that you love so much?
Oh, so much really. So I grew up, so Wiltshire is, some people say Wiltshire is chalk and cheese.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
You've got this lower lying dairy, sort of, lush dairy kind of country. And then you've got the Downs, which, which are, big rolling hills that are higher up, where it's sheep rather than cows, and it's chalk. They're chalk downs. So it's the chalk. I love chalk downs. There's something very magical about them, and I grew up near, and it's the whole landscape is just totally magical, really, because in ancient times that was where all the kind of main religious centres, or a lot of the main religious centres were. Presuming, of course, that stone circles and things were religious centres.
Okay.
Because,
right.
We still don't know for sure.
Yeah, right. We assume.
Could have been science.
Yeah. Who knows?
Could have been. I think these things were partly scientific, partly astronomical, as well as community places, as well as spiritual places. But the whole landscape's magic. And you've got kind of. And you've got all these ancient remains from all kinds of different eras, all kind of overlapping one another. When I was a child, I used to think they were all from the same sort of time period, but of course they're not. There's thousands of years apart. So there's hill forts, which are kind of Celtic and Iron Age, and then you've got kind of stuff that's much, much older. So Avebury's much, much older, and Avebury predates. So Avebury's a massive stone circle. There's a whole village actually inside it. For those of you who don't know Avebury.
Yeah.
And it predates Stonehenge. They stopped. All the evidence sort of suggests that they stopped using it when Stonehenge was built. For some reason, they kind of gave up on it.
Oh, right.
But there's a massive stone circle with a big bank and ditch, and a whole village inside it. There's a road runs right through the middle.
Wow.
Obviously not originally. This has all happened since. And there's smaller stone circles within the stone circle as well. And kind of there's a cove, which is I think 3 stones, kind of in a kind of square shape as well. In the middle. And nearby is Silbury Hill, which is this huge mound, very feminine looking mound.
Yes.
And nobody knows why that was, but it's man-made. It's the biggest man-made mound in the world, I think.
Wow. I remember we saw that one time.
And then they've got tombs, long barrows, one of which you can actually go into still. It's chambered, and you've got barrows which came much later. They were kind of more like kind of warrior burials, kind of kings and chiefs and heroes. So the whole landscape is just very magical, but very beautiful. Even if it didn't have these ancient remains in it, it's still very magical, very evocative. And you've got the white horses as well. So where it's chalk, they carved, basically pictures, massive kind of pictures.
Yeah.
Out of the,
so this is the horse, the famous. Is that one?
Yeah, there's loads. There's quite a few actually. There's quite a few white horses. But there's one where I grew up, but you can actually see one of them out of my parents' bedroom window.
Oh wow!
That's where my first dog's buried. It's up on that white horse. And that's a beautiful hill. And the hills are weird shapes as well. They're kind of quite magical looking. They look like, some of them look like they're kind of landing strip. I always think like UFO landing strips. They don't look quite natural.
Right.
Like they've been made by aliens or something.
Yeah.
It's very magical.
So would you say that that's
landscape.
One of your favourite places in the world?
Yeah, Avebury. Yeah, Avebury would be one of them, I think. Yeah, and that whole area really. I think so they call it the Marlborough Downs.
Right. I've heard that term.
That whole area all around there really. And Cheryl Down is the white horse that I particularly. That was the nearest one to me.
Right.
So I used to go up there at night and camped up there once. I had a weird experience once there camping. There was a little copse up there. and I was camping, and the image of this little face appeared, and it had like an eye, a brown eye. I remember it was a brown eye, and it was kind of like reflecting light as well. It just
Wow.
looked like a little kind of goblin. When you shone the torch on it, it just completely disappeared. And shone the torch away, it
Where
reappeared
were
as a
you?
goblin.
What drugs were you on?
None, unfortunately. You never get any in my year. I misspent youth, no drugs, no nothing.
I think
Yeah,
that might have been a blessing in disguise.
I think it was just a trick of the light, but it was.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so
You were
all round
up there on your own that time?
No, I think there were a few of us up there. We used to go up there on Jolly Boys outings.
Yeah.
And stuff. So yeah, amazing place, yeah. And everyone talks about Stonehenge. So what I'd say, if you're like a visitor to the UK or something, and you're interested in antiquities or whatever, everybody goes to Stonehenge. Stonehenge is disappointing as a visitor because you see it from such a distance. There's a path that's miles away, and you're kind of looking at it like that. So it can be very disappointing, the whole Stonehenge. Not that Stonehenge is disappointing, but the
experience.
The Stonehenge experience can be very disappointing.
Right.
But Avebury and the stones there, I mean, some of them are so big. I mean, like buses, some of them, they're really big. So it's quite a remarkable place. Avebury.
So if you could teleport yourself to anywhere in the world right now, today, and as we live in New Zealand, if you could just sort of magically go somewhere, where would you go? Would it be somewhere like Avebury, or would it maybe go
I suppose if I could go anywhere, I'd go somewhere
you haven't been?
Somewhere
maybe?
that's normally inaccessible or difficult.
Right.
I'd probably go to like Tibet or something.
Would you? Okay, yeah. Well, that's
I'd
not
take
completely inaccessible, is it?
I'd
Well, I
take-
guess there'll be parts of it would be.
Yeah, I take myself to the monastery that the Dalai Lama kind of spent his youth in. I think
Right.
here in there.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I'd go. Or Kashmir I've always wanted to go to.
Very evocative place.
Yeah, I think just by virtue of the fact that I can get to places where you can't. Well, maybe if you can teleport, or maybe you go to areas that you're not allowed access to. Kind of like
Are
secret.
you making yourself invisible in this teleport?
Secret places,
Yeah,
maybe I
fantasy.
go to. I don't know if I'd go to Area 51 because I'm not big on Area 51 particularly. But somewhere like that, maybe somewhere kind of like somewhere that's some kind of top military secret establishment that you can't normally get near.
Right.
Some bunker or whatever. If I could go anywhere, I'd go there and see what's secret and what's hidden. What you
Right.
can't normally see.
Yeah. And I wonder where your viewers, where would you guys go? It could be an interesting question. Get some weird and wonderful
that would
conversations
be really
going in the
interesting,
comments.
Definitely, especially because if you can teleport, there's no limits.
Yeah, exactly. You could go anywhere.
You could go into, you could go into Kim Jong's private quarters.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I won't say what I was going to say.
Have a look around.
Have a word with him.
You could go into Donald Trump's bedroom. Oh no, that'd be horrible. Imagine Donald Trump's bedroom.
Oh, full of Big Macs and.
Yeah, I bet it stinks. I bet Donald Trump's bedroom stinks. But it has that kind of smelly bachelor kind of dirty salt kind of smell.
Gross. Yeah. I'd pass on that one personally, but yeah. Where would you guys go? We'd be curious to hear that. But thank you so much, Markie. I've really enjoyed this.
That was only 2 questions.
No, it was 3.
What were the 3?
That was the third one. Where would you teleport to?
Yeah. Where would I go to? You asked me about Avebury, and then where would I teleport to? That's 2 questions. I feel shortchanged.
Okay. I think there were 3. When we watched this back, we've got a few minutes, but I just thought I don't
Ask me a simple one.
Guys,
Favourite colour?
you guys put in the comments whether you think I did 3 questions or 2. I think that was.
Changing me.
All right. If you could
If
buy.
I could fly right up to the sky, but I can't. You can. I can't.
If you could buy anything in the world right now, what would you buy?
Buy anything?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not big on things.
Yeah, I know.
Really, but
Probably a Dalek, knowing you.
yeah, but if it's a luxury, I mean, I suppose I'd buy something practical that I need. Really.
Yeah,
That would
right.
be quite a boring answer, wouldn't it? Really?
Yeah.
So, Dalek. Yeah. And I know they're not real, but a Dalek.
Well, you can buy
a
them.
Dalek prop.
A Dalek prop. They cost 5 Gs, don't they, or something?
Yeah, there's a guy that makes them for you for you
Yeah.
can probably pick them up for cheaper than that.
Yeah, right.
I've made my own, but that was only that good.
Yeah, it was very good though. Very good, Markie. Does that feel more satisfying now, my dear?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I shortchanged you, but guys, I don't think I did. I think there were 3 questions in there. So even the seagulls agree with me.
The seagulls agree with me.
Seagulls are saying, yeah, man, she did 3 questions.
There's 2 seagulls.
Oh, sorry,
and 2 questions.
2. There's one over there, look. There's a little baby one.
That doesn't help your argument.
So, thank you so much for joining us, guys, and we'll see you in the next vlog.
Rangimarie.
Rangimarie.